Normally, such things, no, never G, Nuchua, Yafufu, one and a happy. I was the second born of my mother, a native of Afierengba, to Torgbui Addo, the fourth. The child was the second born of his father. The first was also a boy. At the age of 8 years, I began my elementary school education at Zion Primary School in Keita. In March 1943, I abandoned school for more than a year when my father had passed on. When Addo the Fifth was installed as the next king after my father, he brought his children to Kliko and I joined them. My school affairs to some time was difficult. In 1945, I had to change school from Zan Primary to Some National School due to my several years of absence. By God's grace, with talent, I spent only 2 years in primary school before proceeding to middle school in 1947. In 1952, in middle school Form 2, I sat for common entrance examination and passed without scholarship, valid 30 out of 49 pounds. That was Maoli school. However, due to financial difficulties, I could not raise the amount of money to enable me to enter secondary school. My inability to enter school, to use the scholarship, infuriated one Mr. Achichomi, my schoolmaster, who recognized hidden mathematical talents. With all these hardships and struggles, I never gave up my hope of attending tertiary institutions. There was no one to lean on than proceeding to my grandmother at the home in the village. I went into farming cassava and maize to augment my financial constraints. The seasonal farming condition was not in my favor during the harvesting. I had to abandon this idea of proceeding to secondary school due to the financial constraints that encountered me. So in 1952, I was not in school. I continued from middle Form 2 to Form 3 in the year 1953. On my return, I went to EP school, where Mr. Agama became our class teacher after the return from Grobo Odumasi Secondary School. I again sent for common entrance examination in 1953 and passed with full scholarship to enter government secondary school in 1953. I taught briefly as pupil teacher at Bakope near Akachi. I have 2-year diploma course in mathematics at the University of Cape Coast in 1964. I taught for 2 years and had to return to complete my tertiary education in 1963. I successfully obtained my BSc Maths in the year 1969 from Lagos, since Cape Coast University was an affiliate of Lagos. My first posting was to Peki Training College at Peki, where I taught for 5 years. I was transferred to St. Francis College of Education, and I voluntarily retired from teaching as a principal superintendent in 1982. I was installed as the paramount chief of Clifford on 1st May 1982, and I'm blessed with 9 boys and 3 girls. Development. We can count off electrification of the traditional area and water during the refugee influence when World Vision gave us 2 mechanized boreholes. New schools, including the Unity School and the secondary school at Afasaj. For a clinic, we have to be grateful to one Livingston Jisa Futuko for offering us a nice house with his yard for a clinic. For railroads, we have to be grateful to one Mr. CK Ewanu, who used his influence to borrow a grader and its driver, a loving Fulani man from PWD, reshaped our old roads and constructed new ones at the traditional area. It is with much grief to hear of his death. May his soul rest in peace. For the development traditional area, we have to do more or ask for more. Thus, in 1988, a group comprising of Torgbui Addo, Ose Ajat Ekpo, Torgbui Kofi Nyaku of Amfwe, Mr. Miracle, and on the 40th day tour of the United States. We visited many states, including California, Maryland, Illinois, and many others. I visited Texas 3 times for holidays, each lasting not more than a month. Roads. As the paramount chief, I realized there was no proper road linking my communities. With the help of a new eminent persons, we decided to create new roads through Clicon's main town to connect all the villages without the support of the government. This effort manifested with the help of IGPC Edewonu. Some of these roads were named after me as Adomo. Educational development. As educationists, I brought massive educational awareness and infrastructural development to Clicon traditional area by establishing basic school, now Unity School, where the occasion is taking place. The existing school models were changed by monitoring all school activities. Furthermore, with the help of some individuals, we negotiated with the government to establish senior secondary school, or Clicon Secondary School. I'm also an examiner for the West African Examination Council, and during my teaching era, after retirement. In 1978, I was the vice president of the Mathematical Association of Ghana, a post I served with diligence and pride. Relationship. I play a vital role in bringing 5 traditional areas who once together as families form a union called Zendo, which materializes between Klefe, Beve, Chibu, Choko, and Clicon. Publications. In 1972, I was part of a group of mathematicians who wrote modern mathematics for primary schools in West African sovereignty. Ms. Endau Brown of Batifi and 2 joint Professor Grace L. William of Nsukka University, Nigeria, to write additional mathematical books on modern maths entitled Sites for Tertiary Institutions while at the workshop in Forabe University. Thank you very much. This is the biography of Torgbui Addo, the head. Thank you.